Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday. It is May 26th today. It is now 10 p.m., and this is Raj Talks episode 2. So today, we're going to talk about... So I got feedback. I got a couple of topics that people would like to hear about from my perspective. And so I kind of took a little bit of each topic, and I'm just going to mash it together and just create my own little thing. So... let's say the main thing we're talking about here is just self-improvement. Episode 2, self-improvement. So I have been working personally on self-improving for, I'd say it's been a year now that this has just been like a big focus of mine. And what it's consisted of is giving myself more alone time to better find myself and to better understand who I am as a person, and just to be able to find myself and find things about me that I didn't previously experience, or that people previously hadn't been showing me or bringing out in me. Sorry. But yeah, I think self-improvement is one of the greatest things you can do. I mean, no question about it. It is, absolutely, because self-improvement, improving yourself, that's the best thing you could ever do, because you have a lot of factors in your life, a lot of variables, a lot of things in your day-to-day life. Different things happening each and every day. So, it all starts from inside. It all starts with you. How your days are, how your happiness is, how your problem management is, just all of the important aspects of life. And so for me, on my journey of self-empowerment, self-training, whatever you want to call it, has been just figuring out new things about myself, isolating myself when needed, not in like a damaging way, but just really doing more for myself. And some examples of that would be just less phone time, less screen time, that's for sure. Screen time, your phone. This thing is great, but it's a blessing in disguise. Like, this thing is great, it can do wonders, but it can also trap you in somebody else's wonders. You don't want to get stuck in someone else's wonders, because then you're living someone else's life, and you want to live your own life, right? I hope you said yes. But yeah, so cell phone, every day I try to minimize my usage, and I usually keep my phone on do not disturb, face down. So if I get a message, like, you can wait. I can wait to respond to this person or to whatever's going on. If something's really important, then I'll get a cell phone call, and that's a different story. But other than that, like browsing social media, going through Instagram, Snapchat, first of all, you're getting yourself stuck in this loop of like, I want to see what's going on here. But the problem is like, do you need that as an entertainment source? Like, what are you going on Instagram for? What's your purpose of doing that? And so I had Instagram and Snapchat deleted for a decent amount of time, and I reinstalled them with a very strict rule for myself. That rule being that I do not want to really use these things unless I can capitalize off of them, and I have to be able to utilize them and use them as tools, which I previously hadn't. I'd go on Instagram, see this person doing that, this guy's car, this guy's this, whatever. And I'm not worried about that. I don't really care to see what you're doing, whoever the subject may be. Like, you're doing great. I don't need to know. I have my own greatness to fulfill. And it's not you could call it selfish. I mean, whatever. But what are you more worried about? Other people's feelings, or the food you're going to be putting on the table for your kids one day? Like, it's not rocket science. It just takes some thought. It takes some mental practice, because you can balance things out in life, and you don't want to have too much of anything ever, because too much of something usually ends up being bad. So you want to find a balance. So back to the cell phone as an example. Yeah, sure. I can't say that I don't go on it. I can't say I don't go on Instagram and things like that. Like, that'd be bullshit. I definitely do, but it's all about finding that balance. So a direct variable that I'd be using to balance my phone usage, for example, is going for a run. So if I'm going to spend an hour on my phone today, then I'm going to go run for an hour as well. And finding things to kind of balance out the other thing in my life has been very important and has shown me that there's always something better that you can be doing. And you're never going to find that if you don't start looking for it. So it definitely takes getting up off your ass, educating yourself a bit, growing a mindset that's going to push you forward and not have you stuck, or even worse, going backwards. And it's all about the future projection. You have to think long term, not about what's going to pay the bills next month. You have to think about what's going to feed the lifestyle that you want to live, say 20 years from now, 10 years from now, 5 years from now. You always have to think about the future. You have to consider it with the actions that you're taking now. But then most importantly, right now, you have to be practicing and trying to get in control of everything that goes on in your life. And that starts with what's going on in your head. So just clarifying your mental state whenever you can is very important. And a great way to do this is meditating. I personally love Wim Hof and his breathing exercise. I highly recommend checking that out if you haven't heard of it or don't know what it is. And that I knew how to find a quiet place before learning those breathing techniques, but once I did those breathing techniques, it's like a way easier way to just go blank in the head and just be one with yourself, with nothing going on in your head, and just, I'm right here. I'm here now, and that's all. And that's a great feeling. So I highly recommend practicing finding your zone, your empty space where you can just not have a thought on your mind. Just breathe. That's all. And that's a really important thing that has helped me with stressful incidents, problems in my life. Whenever something makes me angry or there's just a problem that arises, I tend to very often use the breathing as a way to cool myself down, and it always works. There's scientific study that shows, I mean, I don't even have to say this, breathing, like, come on now, it's gonna help. But yeah, I think that's about it to this video. We're running 8 minutes here. I'm probably not gonna clip too much of this, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys may have gained something valuable through what I've been able to say today. Other than that, I would really appreciate if you could drop a subscription, hit the subscribe button, and hit the like button as well. I'll get better at this. This is my second episode. We're going up from here. But yeah, other than that, comments. I'm always open to recommendations, criticism. It's nothing but love. Tell me whatever you got to say, and we'll make it as a team.